Whole sports all plays. Yeah. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Whole sports all plays.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. Thursday, November 17th, 2022. Let me fix this real quick. All right. And don't got a big slate of games. We got some games on tonight. Got a big NFL game between the Packers and Titans, which is a big game for both teams at this point in the season. Titans trying to stay ahead of their division, and Packers trying to actually get back into the playoff picture. Have a few NBA games tonight. Not a big slate of NBA games tonight. Got some crazy things going on in the NBA. Hell, Steph Curry dropped 50 points last night, and the Warriors still lost.
I know.
Yeah. He was doing I watched some of that game last night. He was doing everything he could to carry them to a victory. Just nobody else.
He still got beat
Got beat by 11.
Yeah.
Somebody else jumped on with him. I mean, Jordan Poole, the guy that just paid a lot of money, had 2 points. But I'm Chris Gonzalez. I'm with my dad, Tony Gonzalez. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Not too bad. Hanging in there.
I'm Chris Gonzalez. I'm with my dad, Tony Gonzalez. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Not too bad.
All right. I think we're good on there. So.
Early might be moving the Buffalo-Cleveland game.
Yeah, they're talking about maybe 3 to 4 feet of snow.
Yeah, Buffalo. Yeah,
could hit the Buffalo area this weekend.
Yeah, but I'm not in Buffalo.
No, I know how it gets here when we get 6 or 7 inches, alone 3 or 4 feet.
Yeah,
which I think you've been around when we've had a bunch. I wasn't here when we had that big blizzard. Wasn't it a couple feet of snow?
Yeah, it was bad.
So if I remember right, I thought I heard people say we had a couple feet of snow, and
the drifting was so bad.
Yeah, they're talking about moving the game not because the not being able to play the game, but because the fans getting to the game, being able to clear parking lots and roads and stuff like that for fans to get there.
Our schools were closed because of so much snow that they couldn't clear the sidewalks and stuff. Streets were bad, and we was closed for 2 or 3 weeks because they weren't prepared for that back then.
I don't know how you could even really prepare for that.
Some places like New York, Chicago, stuff like that, they do a real good job. Chicago, they hardly ever miss school, no matter what they get.
They gotta have a hell of a lot of people, a lot of salt trucks and plow trucks and out there because it's hard to keep up with it. We're going to start NFL. Got the Titans at the Packers. Green Bay is 3.5 point favorites, minus 176 on the money line. The Titans are plus 148 on the money line. Over under for this game's at 40.5 points. I'm sure it's going to be cold in Green Bay. I haven't looked at the weather, but I'm sure it's going to be cold there. Aaron Rodgers has a pretty good damn record at Green Bay when it's cold. I think the Pack, and it's been a hard game for him because you have the Titans are a pretty good team. They've been struggling a little bit at the quarterback position. Tannehill's been hurt, but they have Derrick Henry. If he gets going, can just wreck a game. Yeah. But the Packers are coming in with probably the most momentum they've had all season. Played a pretty good game against the big comeback win over the Cowboys. Not just you won the game, you were down 14. Yep. Got a big comeback win. The rookie wide receiver had a kind of a breakthrough game with 3 touchdowns. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can kind of carry that momentum over into this game. To me, it's going to be which team can stop the run, because the Packers, if they're smart, are going to pound Aaron Jones and Dillon, and the Titans are going to pound Derrick Henry. So it's going to be, to me, it's going to be who's going to be able to take away the run. I'm actually kind of favoring the Packers here at home, just because I think they might have found something last week, have a little bit of momentum. They're at home. So I'm favoring the Packers, but I think it's going to be a fun game tonight.
Yeah, I I'd go either way. I don't know about giving up 3.5 because I think the game could be just 3 points. I think it could be just a field goal. So I don't know about the points. I went the other way on my parlay. I went with Tennessee just because I think I'm going to go money line win Tennessee and in my parlay just because to get more money out of it. But it's a real close game. I think it could go either way.
Yeah, I wish now I ain't gonna lie. I wish you could get it at 3 points instead of 3.5. I'd rather have it at the 3 points if you're taking the Packers.
What do you think about the under?
Yeah, and see, I was looking at that. I think the under could be a good play because neither one of these teams offensively have been scoring a lot of points.
I had under at 41.5.
It's at 40.5 now.
Okay.
So it went down.
Okay.
But even at 40.5, I could see this game. I could see both teams being under 20 points. This could be because neither team score a lot of points offensively usually.
Yeah, in the parlay, I'll go ahead and give it. I went with the Titans money line win at Green Bay under the 40.5, and then Derrick Henry anytime score touchdown, and $10 bet would be worth $65 at plus 550.
Okay. Then, like I said, I think it's going to be an interesting game. I think it comes down to the running game. Whose defense can play the best against the run? NBA, there's only three games tonight. You got the Brooklyn Nets at the Portland Trailblazers. The Trailblazers are 2.5-point favorites, minus 134 on the money line. The Nets are plus 114 on the money line. Over-unders at 222.5. The Nets are a mess. You had KD he called out his whole team yesterday.
Yep.
Kyrie Irving's still not playing. From what I hear, he might be back on Sundays as what reports. I really don't know what the difference of bringing them back now or Sunday is, but I'm kind of surprised. I didn't think he'd come back. I didn't think the Nets would bring him back. I figured they were going to try to get rid of him, but they might not be able to find anybody that'll take him at this point, just because he's been such a distraction. Over-unders at 222.5. I like the over, the 222.5 in this game. And I lean toward the Trailblazers at the minus 2.5. Portland has been playing good basketball. Been playing real good basketball so far early in the season. I like the over the 22.5. Our next game is the San Antonio Spurs at the Sacramento Kings. The Kings are 8-point favorites at home, minus 320 on the money line. The Spurs are plus 260. Over-unders at 236. I kind of lean toward the under the 236, but I like the Kings to win this game. 8 points kind of scares me. The Kings are on a 4-game winning streak. They've been playing good basketball. Just eight points is a little too much to give up. But I do, like I said, I do like the Kings. I think the Kings will win it. At minus 320, there's not really a whole lot of value there unless you take unless you put it in like a parlay or a big parlay or something. But in this game, I like the under the 236 is what I like in this game. And then last game in the NBA, got the Detroit Pistons at the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers are 9-point favorites, minus 450 on the money line. Pistons are plus 350. Over-unders at 217. Clippers are missing Kawhi. They're missing Paul George is day-to-day. There's another player they're missing tonight. So I think the Clippers win this game, but I think 9 points is too many. I like the Detroit here at the plus 9. I think Detroit will keep it kind of close and be within that 9 points. 9 points is a lot of points in the NBA, especially at this day and age where there's not a whole lot of defense played. So I like the Detroit plus 9 in this game, and I'll lean toward the over the 217 as well, because most teams are scoring over 100 points a game anymore. A lot of them are up in the 120s anymore. But I like Detroit plus 9. Real quick, yesterday's picks. I went in the NBA. I was 5-1, or excuse me, 4-1. Only game I had wrong in the NBA last night was the Golden State Warriors. I had the Pacers right. The over in the Pacers game was hit, and then I had Celtics and Pelicans. College basketball was 3-2. Ohio State won, but they missed covering by just a couple points. Notre Dame won and missed covering by 2 points. And then in college football in the MAC, I was wrong on both them games. That's why they call it MACtion, because you never know what the hell's going to happen in the MAC games. So didn't do good in the college football last night, but pretty good everywhere else.
Yeah, I didn't hit it in my parlays, but 9 games I picked total, I was 6-3.
I was 7-4, I think. So we pretty close there on that. You have anything else?
Yeah, I've got an NHL parlay, and I've got a college basketball parlay.
Yep.
NHL, I'll go ahead and give it. I got the Anaheim Ducks at the Winnipeg Jets. I'll take the Jets money line win. Got the Detroit Red Wings at the San Jose Sharks. I'm going to go the over 6 goals on that. And then I got the Calgary Flames at the Tampa Bay Lightning. I got the Lightning win money line, and that would be the parlay I put in for the NHL.
All right. You said you had some college basketball?
Yeah, I got a parlay there. I got Nebraska at St. John's. I'm gonna take St. John's -10. Then I've got University of Louisiana Monroe at TCU. I'm gonna take TCU -18. And then I got UC Riverside at Creighton. I'm gonna take Creighton -18.5. $10 bet would be worth $36.40 plus 264.
Okay. TCU's actually went down to 17.5 instead of 18.
Well, they got up. They was ranked 15. They got upset their last game.
Oh, Gonzaga got beat again last night.
Did they?
I forget who beat them now off the top of my head, but I saw they got beat again last night. I do like the TCU at the -17.5. Also like LSU -23.5 against New Orleans. There was another one I saw. I was writing it down earlier. I like Creighton -18.5 over UC Riverside. I don't think IU plays again today, do they?
No, I think it's Friday
Friday
against Xavier.
Michigan at Arizona State.
IU women play tonight, I believe.
I like Michigan at the -7.5 against Arizona State as well tonight. So that's going to be the 4 games I'm going to give out for college basketball.
I know Michigan State's been surprising so far this year. I mean, they upset Kentucky and they lost to Gonzaga by 1.
You barely lost to Gonzaga. All right. Yeah, I saw Gonzaga got beat last night. I forget who. There's one game on right now. Old Dominion and Virginia Tech. College basketball's on right now.
Okay.
All right. And you already gave out your hockey, didn't you?
Yep.
All right. Like I said, there wasn't a whole lot of games on today. To kind of recap, I like the in the NFL, I like the Green Bay Packers at the -3.5. I like the under the 40.5. I think it's probably going to be a low scoring game. Oh, I bet you're excited, Anthony. Maryland's getting ready to be able to do the online betting next week. It's official November 23rd. It's getting closer to all the states. I think it's up to like 38 or 39 states have legal betting now. I like the Packers -3.5, under the 40.5. NBA, I like Portland -2.5 and over 222.5. I like in the Kings game, I like the under the 236. And then I like the Pistons +9 tonight against the Clippers. College basketball, TCU -17.5, LSU -23.5, Creighton -18.5, and Michigan -7.5. I know Dad had the hockey. And what you had some NFL?
Yeah, NFL parlay. I had the Tennessee Titans at Green Bay. I took Green Bay money line win. I took the under 41.5, and I took Henry anytime TD. $10 bet would be worth 65 plus 550. NHL, I had the Anaheim Ducks at the Winnipeg Jets. I took the Jets money line win. Then I took over 6 goals in the Red Wings and Sharks game. And then the Calgary Flames at Tampa Bay Lightning. I got the Lightning money line win and a 3-game parlay there. And then college basketball, I had Nebraska at St. John's. I'll take St. John's minus 10. University of Lafayette Monroe, or Louisiana Monroe, excuse me, at TCU. I think you said that went to 18.5.
17 and a half.
17.5. I got TCU minus 17.5. And then UC Riverside at Creighton. I got Creighton minus 18.5. $10 bet worth 36.40 plus 264 on the plus 264.
Gonzaga, number 2 Gonzaga lost to number 11 Texas last night, 93-74.
Oh man.
Number 3 Houston killed Texas Southern. Number 9 Arkansas killed South Dakota State. Number 20 Michigan killed Pittsburgh last night. And number 22 Tennessee killed Florida Gulf Coast.
Houston's coach is Sampson, right?
Yes.
And he's the one that was with IU. And now, how can he be at Houston? You don't get in trouble there. Do you just not look at it there, or is he doing things right? Or what? I mean,
I don't know. I would like to know that too.
Because Sampson would have turned IU around.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, Sampson's a good coach and he's a good recruiter. He can get talent. And it may not be necessarily the big name talent, but he can get junior college transfers. He can get talent.
He couldn't stay off the phone when he wasn't supposed to be on the phone. That I used what got him in trouble.
But how's he doing at Houston?
Yeah. I don't know, unless IU was just more under the spotlight, maybe. I'm not sure. I've always wondered that too, how these coaches get in trouble one place, they go to the other place, and they're basically doing the same thing. He hasn't changed.
Because he was turning Houston around. I mean, IU around.
Yeah.
He really was.
Yeah, he was
and he turned Houston around.
Anthony, right now they got the money for the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns on Sunday. They got the Bills as 8.5-point favorites, minus 405 on the money line. The over-under on that game is at 42.5. And if that game's played in Buffalo, I would definitely, if that game does end up getting played in Buffalo with all that snow, I would definitely be on the under in that game at the under 42.5. Because
we talk about moving to Cleveland.
I'm not sure where they were talking about moving it to, because it's they're kind of in a situation because the Bills play on Thanksgiving as well. They play Detroit, I think, at Detroit on Thanksgiving on Thursday. So I think they're trying to figure out how they basically can't move it to another day, like move it to the next day, because
I think I'd heard about moving to Cleveland.
Okay, maybe
that's not the only other option they got, really.
That, or I heard somebody say move it to Detroit because Detroit don't have a game there.
I guess that's possible, but that what's that do for your fans?
Yeah, well, either way, I mean, even if you're
yeah, for Buffalo it's bad either way.
Yeah, but if you go to Cleveland, at least you would have the Browns fans,
and it'd probably sell out.
Well, maybe depending on how quick. I mean, being that quick,
you get a pretty good crowd.
Yeah, you should get a good crowd. But yeah, if they play that in Buffalo, that's definitely I definitely lean toward the under. In NFL, which we'll go a lot more about these games tomorrow, but tonight, like you said, Titans and Packers. Packers are 3.5-point favorites, minus 175 on the money line. Over-unders at 40.5. You got the Panthers and Ravens on Sunday. They got the Ravens as 13-point favorites. I still think that's a lot of points. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. Colts are 6.5-point underdogs against the Eagles at home. I think that's going to be a better game than what people think.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how the Eagles respond to that loss.
It's going to be interesting what the Colts look like another week under Jeff Saturday
and playing arguably a better team.
Yeah.
In the NFL, I don't know if there's that drastic of. I mean, I know the records. You see the Raiders' record 2-6 or 2-7, whatever it is, and then you see the Eagles 8-1. But is there that big of a discrepancy?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at the Commanders. They're not having a great season, and they were able to beat the Eagles. Don't get me wrong; the Eagles made some mistakes in that game
we
as well.
say they're not having a great season, but Chris, I mean, a couple of things go a little bit different. Yeah. Their record could be they could have Philadelphia's record. So I mean, it's a game of inches in the NFL, and the Colts. I mean, they blew a couple games. They had some issues internally. they could be a very different record. I mean,
Yeah.
the NFL. I mean, there's a lot of parity there. I don't know if there is a clear cut favorite. A lot of people right now are calling for Kansas City, but last week everybody was calling for Buffalo. 3 more weeks, they may be calling for Buffalo. They may be calling for that. Who knows who they're going to be calling?
Well, that's why, that's why I think the Colts and Eagles game is going to be closer than what people think, because a lot of people are high on Tennessee about how good their defense is and all that. Well, the Colts played right with Tennessee and both times.
Well, look what Washington did to Philadelphia. At Philadelphia, Washington beat us on a last-second field goal or whatever. It was overtime, wasn't it?
Yeah,
beat us in overtime, and we was playing a rookie quarterback in his first game. So again, I mean, Philadelphia ain't 200 times better than the Colts. I'm not saying the Colts are going to beat them. Do I think the Colts got a chance to beat them? Yes, because I think the Colts have the personnel and the matchup that they could beat
them. I don't understand. Why are the Saints not starting Jameis Winston?
I thought they were. They didn't. From what
I hear, they're probably going to start Dalton again.
I don't know. That don't make sense to me.
What's the betting odds for MVP? Is it still Josh Allen? I think Josh Allen's still the. Let me see if I can look that up real quick. I think Josh Allen is still the favorite for the MVP
right now. If I was going to lean towards him, I would lean towards Mahomes.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, we'll take a look at that real quick.
But no better than the quarterbacks are playing right now. If what about a guy like Jefferson or somebody?
Yeah,
I mean, because really the quarterbacks are not playing the level they have in the past.
Right now for MVP, Patrick Mahomes is your favorite at plus 125. Next is Josh Allen at plus 500. Then they have Tua at plus 500, Jalen Hurts at plus 500, Lamar Jackson at plus 1,200, and Joe Burrow at plus 2,500.
I don't see how Tua or
Justin Jefferson is plus 10,000. Tyreek Hill is plus 7,500.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill's leading the league in receiving. I would take him over Philadelphia's quarterback or
Saquon Barkley is
Miami's quarterback
plus 15,000.
Barkley's another one having a great year.
Yeah.
Do you see Tua or
no.
Hurts has been MVP?
I don't.
I mean, this is me personally. I'm not against either one, and both of them are playing pretty well, but I don't see it
right now. I would say Mahomes is probably the favorite. I agree with Mahomes as the favorite.
But going by what these guys have done in the past, I don't think they're putting up the numbers they have in the past or playing as well as they have in the past. I would lean, and I know they're not going to get it, but I would lean towards Barkley and Jefferson having better years this year than just my opinion.
You just don't see him give it to somebody besides a.
I know
what Justin Jefferson will probably get is going to be offensive player of the year.
Yeah, and
right now they got Jefferson for NFL offensive player of the year. Jefferson's the favorite at plus 210. Tyreek Hill is next at plus 350. Then they have Jalen Hurts at plus 600, which I don't understand how Jalen Hurts is up there. Yes, he's on a team that's only has one loss, but if you look at his numbers, the numbers have not been great. Lamar Jackson, or after Jalen Hurts, is Patrick Mahomes at plus 1,200. Stephon Diggs is plus 1,200. Defensive player of the year right now they have Micah Parsons at minus 250. He's a big favorite. Next is Nick Bosa at plus 700. Comeback player of the year. They have Geno Smith at minus 125. Yeah. Saquon Barkley at plus 100. I think that's one that I would almost put a little bit of money on, especially if Christian McCaffrey at plus 2,000, Derrick Henry at plus 2,000. Right now, I would say it's between Geno Smith and Saquon. I agree with that. Coach of the year, they have the favorite is Nick Sirianni from Philadelphia. I think I like the guy that's in second right now, Brian Dable. Yep. But what the turnaround with the Giants, if he keeps that up, I like that at plus 320. Kevin O'Connell with the Vikings at plus 360. Mike McDaniel with the Dolphins at plus 700. And then you got Robert Saleh with the Jets at plus 1,100.
Well, the Eagles, Sirianni had a lot more to work with than what Dable came into with the Giants. I mean, a lot more talent with the Eagles than the Giants and or the Jets.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, Kenneth Walker is the favorite at minus 140. Damian Pierce at plus 200. You got Olave at plus 1,000. Garrett Wilson at plus 2,000. Kenny Pickett at plus 3,000. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Ahmed Gardner at minus 200.
Pierce is having a great year on a real bad team.
Yeah, I agree with you, Anthony. If Hill goes over 2,000, he'll probably get the Offensive Player of the Year, unless Jefferson gets over 2,000 as well, because Jefferson's only like 100 yards behind Hill right now. Yep. So I think it's going to be between them two. And if one of them gets to 2,000, the other one don't, that's probably who will win it. If they both get to 2,000, it's going to be interesting to see how they end up differentiating the two. Yeah, you can bet on all kinds of stuff. You can bet on win totals. Like let's see what they have the Colts at right now. Over under 6.5 is what the Colts is for the win total. I kind of like it. I kind of like the over the 6.5.
I do too.
I mean, yeah, there's all kinds of different. Anthony, you're gonna love it when you get the online app and you get to bet, because you can basically bet on about anything. You can bet on the coin toss. You can bet on all kinds of shit. It's kind of crazy, all this. Only thing I don't like about it.
Move to Detroit.
I heard that they were talking about moving it to Detroit.
Browns and
Bills have been moved to Detroit. This came up on ESPN. So I would, instead of favoring the under, I'd favor the over the 40 now. In that game, because you're going to be in perfect weather. They basically done that way. The Bills could just stay in Detroit till Thursday. I would say that's why they done that, because the Browns, I don't think, play till next Sunday. So the game will still be played at 1:00. It's just going to be in Detroit. I wonder how they do the tickets. Like people that can't go to Detroit, I would say they refund them.
I would say they have to.
And like, if you're a season ticket holder, how do they do that? I wonder.
I have no idea, Chris. I have no idea. Might just put it up your season ticket. Might put it on next year and take. I don't know.
I mean, that'd be weird to see how they worked all that out. But all right, before we get out of here, I'll recap real quick. I have Green Bay tonight minus 3.5. I like the under the 40.5. In the NBA, I like the Portland Trailblazers minus 2.5 and the over the 222.5. I like the Sacramento Kings. I can't remember who they're playing right off the top of my head now. Get my phone to cover. I like the Sacramento Kings and the San Antonio Spurs under the 236. I like the Detroit Pistons plus 9 against the LA Clippers. College basketball, I like TCU minus 17.5. LSU minus 23.5, Creighton minus 18.5, and Michigan minus 7.5. Again, my picks yesterday were 7-4 total. I was 4-1 in the NBA, 3-2 in college basketball. Didn't do very good in college football last night with them 2 games. Do you want to recap yours real quick?
Yeah, I can real quick. Okay, NFL parlay. I got the Titans in Green Bay. I got Titans money line win. I got the under the 41.5 and a Henry anytime touchdown. $10 bet worth $65 plus 550. NHL. I got the Ducks at the Winnipeg Jets. I'm gonna take the Jets money line. Detroit Red Wings at the Sharks. I'm gonna go over 6 goals, and then I got the Flames at the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'm gonna take the Lightning money line win and a 3-game parlay. And then my last one, college basketball, got Nebraska at St. John's. I'm gonna take St. John's minus 10. Then I've got University of Louisiana Monroe at TCU. I'm gonna take TCU minus 17.5. And then I got UC Riverside at Creighton. I'm gonna take Creighton minus 18.5. $10 bet would be worth 36.40 plus 264.
All right. I want to thank everybody for watching today. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. We greatly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button on YouTube for the All Sports All Plays Network as well. Like and follow us on Facebook and Twitch, both networks, please. You can, if you missed our interview last night with the pro wrestler, the Naptown Nightmare, Juwan Thomas, go check it out. It was a great conversation. You can find it on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room, and at YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at the All Sports All Plays Network. It was great. I thought it was a great conversation last night. Looking forward to talking to him again. If you're a pro wrestling fan, this weekend we're going to be live streaming 2 shows. We have a show Saturday in Shelbyville, Indiana, New Era Pro Wrestling. It starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You'll be able to watch it on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room, or on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at the All Sports All Plays Network. And then Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, we'll be in Danville, Indiana for Warrior Pro Wrestling. Should be another great show. So we got 2 big wrestling shows this weekend. We'll be back tomorrow with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll talk. We'll give out our picks for NFL this Sunday, our college football picks for Saturday. So join us tomorrow. Friday is always our big show of the week. But we thank everybody for joining us. Hope everybody has a great Thursday. Stay warm, because I know here it's cold. It's cold as hell outside. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.